Well, Cleo, Spooky, you up there getting ready to pounce and prey from the top of the fence, or you just relaxing some? Well, we're out here doing our afternoon checks. And it's not looking pretty. Not pretty at all for these poor collards. Their leaves are all tattered and full of holes. I don't think I could have done a better job with a shotgun. But the army worms are decimating the collards this year. Yes, they are. Yeah, they look pretty sad. And we've tried so hard. We've ate a few. The army worms are eating much, much more. Oh, well, hello there, friends and family. So good to see you again out here on the property. Didn't see you walk up. Well, you know, you're always welcome to come along and see what we got going on. And we're out here doing our afternoon checks. And a few little plantings we got. We ain't got much, because we weren't going to do much this year. Most of you have been with the channel a long while. You know why. We're going through prostate cancer treatment. But we'd still like to grow a little bit. But it's been a tough year with intermittent drought, where it doesn't rain for 2 or more weeks, which means we have to water every day, sometimes twice. And with the drought comes more pestilence. It's biblical this year, you might say. And let me show you what we got going on in one of our crops. So yeah, as you can see, looking at these leaves, they're all full of holes, just everywhere. Not much left of these poor collard greens. And what's been eating them? Well, I've ate a few, but not much. Because the army worms are eating much more. And the sad fact about it is, I come out here every morning when I water. I look at every leaf and I smush army worms. And then I come in the afternoon like I'm doing right now, and I find more. Not sure where they're coming from, but there's one right there. A little larva. I know we didn't miss a larva, but it just sprouted up. Let's see if we can find any more as we look through these decimated leaves. Yep, right in there. Maybe you can see it right by the tip of my thumb. That is a little army worm larva right there. And I mean, we had to make them go away. Let's see if we can find some more, because I did this just a few hours ago. And you're going to see right up here in the crown right there is another one. A little bigger than the ones we just got rid of. And we smushed them too. And here's one right here. Well, there's what's left of them. And if left to grow, he'll get much larger than he is right now. And they're constantly eating and feeding on the collards. And you got to check every leaf, front, back, everywhere. Oh, there's another one right there by the tip of my thumb. Yep. Old man can't win. I just keep smushing away, thinking, you know, I'll get them all. And I look over these 2 or 3 times a day. And I'm just amazed at how they can keep coming back and where they come from. So I've been doing a lot of reading on army worms. And what I found is a lot of things. They'll decimate a crop nearly overnight. But where do they stay if there are no crops? What if I wasn't growing a thing? Would there still be army worms around here? Well, come to find out, there actually would be. they're out in your lawn, feasting on your weeds, but preferably your tender young grass. So, but they prefer, as you can see, to eat my collard greens. Yep, they're looking pretty sad, almost to the point of where I'm about to give up and call them one and done for this year. But I'm a stubborn old man, and I've tried not to spray. I've tried to use, pick them off and smush them to do them all away, but they ain't working. And as you can see with my kitty crew, or at least two of them, Speedy's sleep under the shade. Cleo and Spooky, they're not much. I'm putting the army worms down. Yep, it's been a tough year for gardening. I've only had one other year in recent memory that was this bad with army worms, and I think that was either 2019 or 2020. Most likely 2020, because I believe during that year I said, well, wouldn't you know it, pandemic and pestilence too. Many of us thought that might have been the coming of the Lord, but he chose not to descend at that time. Only he knows what time that'll be. So if you ever see a prophet saying he knows the time, well, that's how I know they're a false prophet, because it says in the book, only the Lord knows the time and day he will come. So there's that. Yeah, this is rather disappointing. And I don't want to spray. Neem oil, I've tried. I don't know, maybe my southern army worms are just a little too tough. It didn't make them go away. I've tried many things, and the only thing I know that'll make them go away is to spray it with 7, which is, of course, the chemical pesticide. And since there's not much to eat here right now, I'm about at that point. I've got some 7, and I'm not afraid to use it if used properly. Wait the amount of times. It's been around for as long as I've been alive. Now, I've used it many times when I might have gave up. But I wanted to get y'all's experiences and opinions. And are you seeing army worms like this decimating your crops too? And if they are, what have you done to successfully rid yourself of the army worm invasion? And I'm sure they're up on my ones on the south side garden bed. Of course, we'll check that before we go in. Well, guys, we got a little more checking to do. Cleo, where'd Speedy run off to? Oh, she's back in the shade, and of course, it looks like Spooky has went to find some deeper shade too. I don't blame them though. Of course, it is only 91 at the moment, and we're sitting in the shade. Yesterday, it was 98. 81% humidity. But hey, last night, we had a few sprinkles. It wasn't much. But while we're at it, let's walk on up to the south side driveway bed and see what we got going on with the collards up there too. Ooh, yeah. Like I say, let's walk in the shade. It's so nice having y'all on this beautiful day. Oh, they're saying it's mostly cloudy, partly sunny. We got a light wind. I'll take it any day for what we had yesterday. It was quite extreme, but it'd been hotter than that by at least 1 degree sometimes in the past. And that's what I found all during this heat wave, at least here in my area. It's always been hotter in the past than it's been this year. Yep, hard to believe, I know, but I check it every day. So yeah, if you got any tried and true method for getting rid of these old army worms without spraying, let me know. I'll give it a go. But let's come over here and see what's going on in the south side garden bed. Well, as you can see, these plants that were looking so lovely have been decimated too. Only got a few leaves left. Some you can barely see. But let's kneel on down. Sorry if my old knees crack. And see if we got any going on over here. And this is exact, oh, right there. Right there. So tiny. You gotta smush him too. Sorry, ladies and children, it's just what you gotta do. Oh, and there's another one right there. And like I say, I went over these this morning. I don't mind putting army worm guts on the leaves because I'm not going to be eating these leaves. And there's a little egg pouch right there. So we made him go away, and that's what we've been doing all this time. It's been now several weeks. They started out slow, and they've come on with a vengeance. As you can see. Woo! They look battle torn and worn. There's another one. Right. There's 3 right there. And I went just like I'm doing now this morning. You can see the remnants right there where I rubbed the blush off the leaf, killing more this morning. Maybe we got them all. You know, I say that every time I do this. This one, they would just about eat down to a nub. You can see the remnants of one I smushed right there. We'll smush them again just for good luck. And this one. And you can see the leaves I plucked off yesterday. I killed everything on them. And I laid them down in the sun to dry out and just chop and drop. There's where I killed some right there. He smushed to death. So, it does look like, for right now, we got them all. But at least they're not on my tomatoes or my squash or my peppers yet. But that's one thing to note. Army worms can attack all of that. Corn, wheat. Oh, there's not a thing they won't eat. Tomatoes, pumpkins, turnips. Yeah, when they get hungry, they don't discriminate. So that's what we do. We water and we squash worms. But look at here. There's my second cherry tomato of the year. It's not quite ripe. We've had one. Maybe we'll get another one. Yep, it's been a tough year. So let me know in the comments below the video how tough it's been for gardening, where you are, and include where you are. You don't got to say exact address. Just what state would be nice. And we'll all share our experiences on gardening this year. Spooky, you found a place to lay in the cool grass? You did. You my buddy, aren't you? You my big buddy? Yep. You don't got no thumbs, that's why you can't get the worms. Is that right? Well, go ahead back. I didn't mean to cause you to get up. Just gonna be chilling, huh? Oh, clean up now because you're on camera? Yep. Seems to be the way you do. Is this Speedy up here laying on a cool rock? Nope, that's Cleo. Cleo, you find you a cool rock to lay? You want some treats? Well, okay. Pop will get you a few before dinner time or supper time. Okay? You good with that, Spooky? Okay. Well, y'all, I just wanted to share that with you. My collards have been devastated. They were invaded, and the devastation goes on. And I want to give up and just pull them up and plant something else. And I'm thinking the army worms would just come and eat that up too. So yeah, if you got some hints and tricks that maybe I haven't done before, let me know in the comments below the video. And hey, I got to get in. Of course, you can see the kitties are following me. It's that time. It's food time, and they know it is because the sun's getting low. So until we see y'all in the next video, y'all take care. Stay safe out there. May God bless you all. And remember, you have all our love for everything you do to make our life better here. Goodbye for now. Okay, Spooky. Oh, we got some Amazon packages. I wonder what we got. Well, I have to go in and check to see if I ordered anything. And if I didn't, maybe there'll be a note. There rarely ever is when things come in. But whoever sends the stuff, like their food and their treats, and every once in a while a treat for me, thank you all for everything you do again. Let's head her on in. Cool off and get supper going on. Later all.